Attention please. This upload is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. GPITRAL. Definitely a must-see. Follow us.
Bookmaker's assistant Sue Dennis believes her turn-of-the-century house in Blackpool is a vortex to the underworld. Recently, Sue and her daughter Louise held a tabletop séance.
Are there any unpleasant spirits here?
And since then, things have taken a turn for the worse. She believes she's unleashed a dark spirit.
There's a man in here saying, "Get out my house."
And as a result, the Living with the Dead team have been called in. Sue and her family have left for the night, and the team have moved in to hold an overnight vigil. Ian, Johnny and Stephen begin downstairs in the dining room, the room that Sue believes is at the centre of the paranormal activity.
Well, we're sat in the room now where I feel the vortex is. Johnny's sat in the corner of the room.
There's something that's been called forth in this property that has...
And it's backfired.
Yes, it has backfired.
So
it has not been vanquished.
So they've not kind of closed a portal?
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
It is getting very, very cold.
Okay, we're sat in the dark and the temperature's dropping quite dramatically in here now. And I just actually felt something walk past me then.
Whoa! What was that? What the
What was that though?
Yeah, come on.
It sounded...
It's upstairs.
It's upstairs.
It's either
I
on the
bet it's
landing
that
or-
dog. I bet it's that dog.
With flashlights, they head upstairs.
Facing the other way.
Halfway up the stairs, another noise grabs their attention.
The hell was that? Whoa.
It sounded like brass, some metal falling down the stairs. But the dollies definitely fell over.
So we've just had the
How can it fall back that far?
we've just had the doll fall down and a noise on the landing area. Guy, there's a mask down here on the floor.
There's a what?
A mask on the floor. The pin's on the floor here. There. And the mask is here.
A primitive black mask.
The shoe was off the doll's foot.
Oh, shit. The socks are off the doll's foot, man.
It's really kicking now. We've got the doll been moved. The doll's been moved, and also now the socks off the doll. And downstairs in the bottom of the stairs, there's a mask on the floor.
It's so cold up here.
My camera is going crazy.
What paranormal energy could be behind this?
I feel we're actually dealing with a child here because
Okay.
the doll's gone and the mask has gone, something a
Right.
child would like.
I don't know, man. I think that's an adult. I think that's the drunk man. I think that's
Do you
him.
think he's actually coming drunk and actually knocked things over?
Yes, I do.
That's feasible.
Really good activity going on. We keep missing it. Every time we keep missing it. It's probably typical of the spirit world to do these things while your back's turned or the cameras are off. It's a classic. But this time I'm going up now. We're setting cameras, probably 2-3 cameras all over the staircase, motion detectors, EVPs. I can just throw everything at this top landing. What we're doing now is going to, like I said, we're going to set the camera up on the landing.
The doll's eyes stare lifelessly.
Record.
Back in the dining room, which they believe is a portal to the spirit world, Ian tries to tempt the entity forward.
Could you draw in closer?
Bald Ian crouches in his white jacket, hands together as if in prayer.
And make a noise in this room.
They wait nervously, stock still. The child-sized doll dominates the landing, eyes wide, hand raised.
Or if the little girl's with us. Could you try and play with a doll, sweetie, for us? Just move that dolly on the landing or the stairs.
What's that light? What the heck is that?
Johnny flees.
Ooh, Ian.
Is that you, my little friend?
A bright light flashed outside. Johnny, looking spooked, grabs Ian's hand.
Is it the outside light then?
No, there's no outside light.
Ian's calling out, and the light is going on behind me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm seeing the light, the reflection, and all of a sudden, what is going on behind me?
I can't explain that light.
This house is haunted.
Do you know what, Johnny? I think it is.
The team's belief in the house being haunted is reinforced when later that evening they hear a strange noise.
If you heard what I just heard. Do you hear that?
What does it say? It's you. Guys?
Yeah.
Did either of you just say it's you then?
No.
Just swear that none of you have said it's you.
No.
Ian looks to Stephen.
We both just looked at each other and basically he says, you better have just heard what I've heard. And was just talking generally about this strobe and stuff, and someone said, it's you.
And I heard it.
Stephen looks perplexed.
And it wasn't your voice. We heard you talking. You had a conversation. I've lost it.
I'll tell you something. Honestly, I'm clairaudient. I hear spirit
I'm
like you and I
yeah.
Communicate.
Yeah.
And that was a solid voice saying, it's you. Like that, in a female's voice.
And it wasn't. There's no.
And I didn't say anything, right, because I thought I'm not going to spook him, and I left it. And he just turned around, Steve just turned around to me and said, you better have just heard what I've just heard. And I said,
it's got to be on that tape.
Ian checks Stephen's camera to see if the voice has been recorded on the tape.
All you do is just video.
No, that's there. That is there. Come and listen here. Come.
Can you hear it?
No, come
The
here.
team listened to the recorded voice. Could this be evidence of a spirit?
Ian crouches down, wearing headphones.
No, it's there. Shit.
Stephen dons the headphones. He looks very perturbed, and then suddenly rips them off.
You mate.
Johnny.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Johnny tries the headphones.
Oh! Shit!
All three of them have heard the mystery voice, but who was it and who was it talking to?
I'm with you.
I can't believe it. I really can't. That's absolutely astounded me, that.
Ooh, that's just too heavy for words. I'm sorry, that's just...
So who was she talking to then? Was she talking to me as I was coming up the stairs? Or him?
You set that CD. You start off with that CD.
I shoved it back in, came upstairs, there was a chill straight down me, and I was talking about that strobe, and I went, oh, mate, like that, and it was I'm with you. In the 10 years I've been working as an exorcist, that has just totally freaked me out, because not only have we got it recorded, we heard it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say.
2 hours later, an exhausted Johnny reflects on the night's events.
It was just amazing, the amount of activity that was actually happening in the house tonight. I can't get over how amazing this was tonight. Absolutely amazing, to the point where I've been nervous before, but I was actually scared tonight.
Daylight.
The following day, Johnny returns to the house to meet Sue and her children for the first time.
So tell me about living in your home.
It's very nice, actually. It's a kind of home that you feel safe and warm, and a really nice place to be.
Then why are we here?
Since I moved in, I knew, even from the first day, that there was something here. And over the years, I felt we've had other visitors as well. Some I call my residents. I'd like to know more about them, really.
How many residents do you think you have?
5.
Johnny raises an eyebrow.
Only 5?
That are resident.
Okay.
There are others that I know that they're there, and I know one particular one isn't happy, but I don't know how to deal with it, and it's quite unnerving.
Okay.
And it's that's bothering me more than anything.
I'm sensing tears from you.
Just lately, I have been feeling really melancholic. It's an awful feeling, and I can't control it. Because I feel that there's something not very happy here, and it's affecting me. And I don't know how to deal with it, and it does make me very, very emotional, to the point that last night, when we weren't here, this particular spirit wanted me back. She was frightened, and obviously I'm not tuned enough to do anything about it, but it's akin to one of my children wanting me, and I can't get to them.
Okay.
And I really, really wanted to come back to the house because I really knew she wanted me.
And how long have you been attached to this particular spirit?
22 years.
Do you feel like you're the mother to this child?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like you to explain to me, what is the significance of the dolls?
The dolly was mine. The actual dolly that this spirit plays with, it was my dolly when I was a baby, and she really, really loves the dolly.
Mike, tell me about your room.
Well, my room has had a couple of sightings and things in it. A gentleman by the door, just standing there, no movement. This dark figure, man, just standing there. I've not seen him move or come into the room or go out.
What ultimately do you want to come out of this? And I'd like to hear this from all three of you.
I just want to find out who they are and what their background is.
More than anything, I want my mum to feel comfortable.
Sue?
If I have done anything to bring anybody forward, then I would like them to leave.
Thank you for that, and we're going to see what happens tonight.
Before the team and the family gather for the evening séance, Living with the Dead historian Hallie Rubenhold visits Blackpool to see what she can unearth about Sue's property and the surrounding area.
Blackpool was established as a holiday destination by the 1870s. The northern working classes were drawn here because of the healthy sea air and the variety of entertainments on offer. By the time the tower opened in 1894, a population of 3,500 swelled to accommodate 250,000 people each summer. And of course, these people needed somewhere to stay.
A delve into the local archives reveals what Sue's house was originally used for.
Built in 1909, what was once farmland, our house was a place that provided such accommodation. By the 1920s, a number of homes on our road had been turned into lodging houses. Our residence was run by a succession of single women, the profession of landlady being not uncommon after the First World War, when there were very few young men left to marry.
As one of the first boarding houses in Blackpool, Sue's house would have been home to a diverse array of people. Could it be possible that some of those original guests never checked out? Coming up, the spirits in the house clash.
That bloody kid out my way!
And it all proves too much for Louise.
Oh, God!